Hello everyone, welcome to Knowledge Optimizer. I am Rajat and today we are going to cover bridge pattern. So what is bridge pattern? Bridge pattern is nothing, it's again a structured design pattern. So basically now in this we basically separate out abstraction from implementation. What do I mean by that statement? I'll just explain it to you. So suppose so there is this remote control. Okay, now there are different devices, like a particular remote can have multiple devices. So suppose there are two devices. Okay, now TV remote. So there are two types of remote, Abhi. So there is this basic remote, and then there is this advanced remote. Okay, now advanced remote has a functionality of mute functionality also. Basic rest functionality are same as basic remote. So the consider like turn on volume, turn on, turn off, get set volume. Okay, these are the basic functionality of basic remote. Now advanced remote have one extra functionality of mute. Okay, now had I implemented in such a way, like I just separated out TV basic remote, then TV advanced remote. Now suppose there is radio basic remote, radio advanced remote, and suppose there are again more devices integrated. Now I have to keep two separate remotes also. So you can clearly see there is this problem, like we are exponentially increasing the size of these, right, these classes. So what is the structure we should follow here? Now here comes this bridge pattern. So what it says, to separate out abstraction, this is an abstraction remote control. Okay, from implementation is nothing, just device. Okay, so what it will do is basically, now this device will basically will grow independently. So there could be TV remote, whereas this will grow independently. So here it could be consider remote control. Sorry, this will grow independently. This abstraction. Okay, how? So there could be this basic remote control, and there could be advanced remote control. Now on the basis of like what kind of device we are choosing, we have certain functionality. So you can see now, if even if I just have to add new device here, if I have add just new devices, device 1, device 2, rest functionality will be auto applied to those devices on the basis of what we are providing. So you got the basic idea of it, right? So we'll explain the same through the code example. Okay, before that we'll just see the structure of it. So this is the structure. It's same like there would be an abstraction, the implementation would be separated out, it would be passed as a parameter here in the abstraction, and we'll refine abstraction separately, and basically again we'll implement concrete implementation of implementation separately. Okay, key component is this abstraction, refine abstraction, implementation, concrete implementation only. So I'll explain it to you through that TV radio example only. So there's this implementation. Okay, this is the basic interface we have created. Turn on, turn off volume, set volume, and get volume. Okay, now there are two implementation of these devices. So one is radio and one is, so these basic functionality default we have given it to 5. Now this T, and there is one more implementation TV. Now suppose there is new implementation, I just have to add extra class here. Okay, now and in the basically client side code, I just have to pass that device. Okay, now in the abstraction, if you'll see the abstraction, there is this remote control. Okay, this is the basic interface we have created, basic abstraction. Now there would be two implementation of it. One would be basic remote control and other would be advanced remote. Okay, So this is the basic remote control. So it does turn on volume, turn off volume, set volume. Whereas in advanced, there would be we are just doing this in the mute case, divide dot set volume, whatever the device we are providing, just set the volume to 0 and device is muted. Okay. Now if you'll see, this would be kind of client side code. So basically what we are doing, just creating two devices here. Now we initializing these devices, we are basically providing the devices in the whether which kind of abstraction we want to use. Here we are using this basic remote control, here we are using advanced remote control, and the implementation we are providing in its constructor. So basically this has grown separately, whereas this basic remote and advanced remote has grown separately. So now what we are doing, just doing basic turn on, turn off, and all these things. So I'll just print it. I think it's very basic code. So volume is turned on, turned off. For it, this is device is muted, radio is now off. Just these functionalities. And when to use, like if you want to create multiple variant of an implementation, I think this is very kind of basic implementation only. It can be used anywhere. So suppose like in the e-commerce, basically you are defining any laptop category. Now you have that, basically what you want to order, you just provide the device information. Okay, in the there's this order. Okay, order object would be there. Now you just basically kept on adding the product. Now product is growing separately. Product can be anything, laptop, it could be computer, it could be anything. There's just basic product we are passing in that order object. Now whatever like ordered, so there would be some basic fields would be there for that product. It would be the cost, description, and all those information whenever we want to show the order summary, order object you want to create. So that's kind of where we basically use it. It's very popular. It's very basic. You will see it everywhere, this bridge pattern. So I think mostly it's around this only, when to use, where to use. So is this is all from this class. I hope you understand few things from this, and if you still have any doubt, you can comment in the comment section. And thanks all.